we've only gone and done it, guys. Chelsea are through to the Club World Cup final. An absolutely perfect performance against Fluminense, 2-0 against Thiago Silva's side to put us through to the final. However, one individual takes all the plaudits today. Joao Pedro, new signing, new player, new striker, showed us exactly what it looks like to be clinical when it matters most, and not just clinical in any way, but in the most spectacular way you can imagine. I mean, I'm sure we all had the same reaction to the first goal, but I didn't think he could top it off with an even better, well, I don't know, you could probably choose and pick which goal was better, but they were just both absolutely textbook finishes, and couldn't be happier, guys. We've done it. We have absolutely done it. And do you know what? It broke my heart when the camera just kept panning towards Thiago Silva. I was like, okay, can we stop this now? Because it just is heartbreaking. However, I'm sorry, Silva. We had to come out on top tonight, and I'm sorry that it was at your expense, but can I also just say and praise Fluminense for their perfection, performance, display, whatever you want to call it, in this whole tournament, because they've certainly made Brazil proud, and they have certainly made themselves proud. The fans, every time the camera again pans the fans, everyone looked so incredibly passionate, so happy, and it's just really, really nice to see how well they have done in this competition. And do you know what, even today we played really, really well, and I think we deserve credit for that, but they didn't make it easy at times, and I think totally persistent in ball recovery, in trying to hit us on transition. They're a lot older than us, a lot more experienced as an average squad, average age, and yet we managed to deal with that really, really well. And I think we could have scored some more goals, except they defended very well, and they have a lot of clean sheets as well. I think they were on an 11-game unbeaten run or something like that. So that is, yeah, that deserves credit. 100% deserves credit. So fair play. If you're a Fluminense fan, then congratulations. And yeah, part of me is sad, but also the other part of me is very, very happy, guys. I mean, let us know in the comments down below how you're feeling. If you're new to Chelsea Fan TV, then subscribe right now. Hit the like button as well. And it's good to be back, guys. It's been a hot minute. I have been away in Poland covering the Women's Under-19 Euro, which was really, really great. But I'm back now. We're here to talk Chelsea and follow our journey to the final, because we're there, guys. And one way or another, somehow, we're in another final, just a month and a little bit after winning the Conference League. And I know a lot of people frown down on these competitions, and you know, they're not your Champions Leagues, whatever, but I just think for this group of players it's so important to live these experiences, get to these finals, and even better, win them. But even just being in that final, guys, at the end of the week is going to be spectacular, because of what it means, because of the stage, because of the fact that we are going to be playing literally the two best teams in PSG and Real Madrid. Obviously, we're not going to play both, we're going to play one. However, the prospect of playing a team of that magnitude at that status at this current moment is really, really great. You know, your Champions League winners and your European giants, it's really, really close, and it's going to be evenly contested, in my opinion. Could go either way. PSG maybe just edge the favourites, but it really, really could go either way. So just to be in that final against one of those two is going to be pretty good for our experience, for confidence levels, for just even that self-belief that sometimes young players miss. But you know what I saw today, guys? I saw a lot of faith in players, in themselves. How many players took it upon themselves to have a shot? How many players took on their man and, you know, persisted, continued, won those one-on-one duels, was constantly on it. Our attackers helping in defence, really, really quick in transition, really, really quick and rapid on the counters. And again, that first goal, it was perfect. A lot of credit again goes to Pedro Neto, because I think individually his performance was, yeah, for me, perfect, almost perfect. He was missing a goal today, but I thought he was so good, he was so involved, he was so rapid, he was so in the game, he was taking on his man and he was beating his man. And you know, a player so technically gifted, a player with so much crossing ability as well, that has often just been pretty much futile in a lot of instances in the Premier League, because he just spams crosses going to nobody. But hopefully with what we saw from Joao Pedro today, we could be in for a real treat of these two combining in very special ways. But yeah, Neto's cross is cleared out into the path of Joao Pedro, who any other player perhaps looks for a player arriving at the far post, or I don't know, looks to lay it off or square it or pass it back into midfield. But no, Joao Pedro takes a clean, powerful strike, perfect curl on it. Oh, it was beautiful. I mean, I think we all had the same reaction to that goal, because it was just incredible. So yeah, and to be honest, seeing him you know, not celebrate as well, it just made me feel both, obviously, you know, you have respect for players like that, but also, how do you score a goal like that on your full debut for your new club and you just can't score? Like, I doubt he ever envisioned he'd be signing for the club that would go on to play his former club in his first start. So football works in funny ways sometimes, but yeah, it was just quite funny. And then he goes and does it again, and I just think, I see the ball at his feet and I just think, no he doesn't, he surely squares it right now. No he doesn't. He absolutely goes for it, and it is, again, I mean, I shot up off the bed. Like, it was incredible. Really, really good goal. So yeah, you could probably take your pick which one you thought was better. They were both really, really great either way. And I mean, yeah, do we have a special player on our hands, guys? Is this the start of something great? And I know all of us, or at least myself, there's always that little voice at the back of your head saying, wait a minute, don't get too excited, because history speaks for itself, and when we get excited about a player like this, it often ends in disappointment. But from what we saw from Joao Pedro when coming on last time out to today, his ball control, his ability to you know, find the spaces where perhaps Jackson often, and again, it's just 2 games he's featured in. I don't want to compare such a small sample to Jackson's large sample, but just intelligent play in decision making with which runs to make, where to be, and that positional awareness is proving really, really great. And he was really, really involved in tracking back and helping out defensively. And I could just tell when Jackson came on, he had a little bit of that envy in him, where it was like, I got to score at all costs. You can't forget about me, guys. I will not be second, let alone third best to our new rivals. And you could just tell he was playing with that extra edge every time, because there was an opportunity where he hit the side net, but Cole Palmer was just waiting a couple yards out in front of an unguarded net, and that arguably is our 3rd goal there. So yeah, Jackson has a lot to think about. Maresca has a lot to think about as well. And it just is going to be a very welcome headache to have. Obviously, Liam Delap was suspended for this one. Low-key, was it a blessing in disguise? Because maybe Delap would have been starting this game over Joao Pedro. So there you go, guys. There you go. But Joao Pedro, what a way to make a name for yourself. Put us through into the Club World Cup final. And again, guys, I'm obviously excited at the prospect of winning a trophy. I understand we have to beat a PSG or Real Madrid to do that. But just the prospect of being in the final alone, to me, I'm really, really happy with that. Because again, what it means to the players, the experience, the learning curve, it's going to be an opportunity for them to just build on what has been a very positive tournament and just find out a little bit more about themselves, about each other, about what everyone's key strength is. It's again a learning curve for Maresca. This tournament, he has found out, as have we, so much about his players. So it's definitely a step in the right direction, and I'm absolutely thrilled. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, because yeah, tomorrow night we find out who our opponent will be. Is it going to be PSG or will it be Real Madrid? Both very, very exciting. teams to face in the final. To me, even before this started, PSG were kind of just finalists. I just said they would be finalists, so I'd probably edge for PSG. But you never know. It's Real Madrid at the end of the day, and it's not often you hear them going in as the underdog in a game. So that's going to be an interesting, fixture for sure. So we'll be keeping an eye on that, and of course bringing you the latest content. Stay tuned for what's to come on the channel. If you've enjoyed this video, again, please hit the like button, subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV. If you'd like to check out my personal channel, Nina's Chelsea Corner, it will be linked in the description down below. Make sure you check out my content over there. Thank you so much, guys. Take care of yourselves, and we will see each other very, very, very soon.